Hi, everybody. Welcome to English Digest. I'm Tom.
Hi, I'm Stephanie.
It's our unit about animals today. Animals are so much fun to talk about. They're fascinating creatures, and you can see them in zoos or even out in the wild. But today we're going to talk about an animal that you can probably only see in the wild here in Taiwan. And that's probably your favorite kind of cat, the tiger.
It's probably best if you don't get too close to these. This animal can, with a swipe of his paw, just tear you apart. So, gotta be careful. They look adorable, especially when they're young. I actually saw a video yesterday, and there was a puppy and a baby tiger playing together.
Okay.
But after they get pretty big, they also are very strong. And they might suddenly want to eat you. So you got to be careful around tigers.
You do. And, of course, there are lots of members of the cat family. We got lions and tigers and pumas and cheetahs, leopards.
They're beautiful.
And stuff like that. But, hey, the tiger is often people's favorite because it's so pretty. It's got those wonderful orange and black stripes. Yes, indeed. That is understandable why so many people would love the tiger. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Let's get to it. Let's take on the tiger, nature's biggest cat. Let's read the entire content of our lesson right now.
If someone says the word tiger, most of us get an immediate image. A huge, fire-colored cat with sleek black stripes and piercing eyes that seem to stare straight into us. These beautiful, yet fearsome animals have captured our imaginations for as long as we can remember. But what is the real story behind these mysterious predators? You may already know that at up to 300 kilograms, tigers are the biggest cats in the world, even outweighing the mighty African lion. Besides their intimidating size, tigers boast sharp 10-centimeter claws, plus long hind legs that allow them to leap as much as 10 meters forward. Their strong jaws can clamp down on their prey's neck to deliver a fatal bite. Much as we fear tigers for their power, we also admire them for their beauty. Most tigers in nature are orange, though some Bengal tigers have a white coat, and all have dark stripes. These stripes help them to hide among grass and trees, making them seem like moving shadows. All tigers also have distinct white patches called ocelli on the backs of their ears. These are believed to be false eyes that give the impression that the tiger can see other animals from any side. While tigers often behave like bigger versions of the house cats we're used to, one factor sets them apart: swimming. Most cats can't stand being wet, but tigers are perfectly comfortable in water. They even routinely swim across large rivers while patrolling their territory. That area can stretch up to 100 square kilometers for a single male tiger. With such vast areas under their dominion, these stunning cats truly rule the jungle.
Okay, let's talk about our featured subject. Tigers. We're taking on the tiger, nature's biggest cat. Now, this phrase here, to take on, can mean a couple of things. In this particular case, it means you accept a challenge. I'm going to take you on in a fight, or I'm going to take you on in a game of basketball. But because the word tiger starts with T, we can see that take on here means we're going to challenge the subject of tigers. We're basically going to talk about tigers in today's lesson. So yes, taking on the tiger, talking about the tiger, which is nature's biggest cat. I suppose you were surprised. You are as surprised as we were. We thought the lion was the biggest cat, but it turns out the tiger is the biggest cat. So let's read on about this. In the first paragraph, it says, if someone says the word tiger, most of us get an immediate image: a huge 5-colored cat with sleek black stripes and piercing eyes that seem to stare straight into us. So yeah, that's what we might think of when we hear the word tiger.
Yeah, that's what I think of. Usually, instead of orange and black, I think more of a yellow and black, but their colors vary. They're not all the same. If you're staring, guys, you are looking at something almost without blinking for a long time. Quit staring at me. I can hear siblings say that to me, saying that to me as a kid. Quit staring at me. Don't look at me.
Or last time I went to Geelong with my wife and daughter, we were in the elevator and some kids just kept staring at me.
You're too tall.
I guess in Geelong they don't have a lot of foreigners there, so I guess they thought, wow, what is this strange creature doing in the elevator with us? So yeah, you just keep looking at somebody and you don't look away. You stare at them.
Yeah, I love the little babies, though. I have a couple little babies in my building, and they just look at me like I'm from outer space. So these are beautiful yet fearsome animals. This word fearsome is an adjective. It just means really scary, very frightening, especially the way they look. So you might describe an alligator's teeth as very fearsome. Ooh, he has fearsome teeth. So yeah, fearsome is a great word, just scary, frightening. I would say they are pretty fearsome animals, and they've captured our imaginations for as long as we can remember. They seem a little exotic to me, I think it's because we literally cannot be around grown tigers and expect to live. They're very dangerous. Even with trainers, they can turn on their trainers, which means they can suddenly decide their trainer is somebody they could eat or could kill. So you have to be careful with these fearsome animals. They're beautiful, that's for sure, but they can be very, very dangerous to be around. But what is it about these fearsome animals? What's the real story behind these mysterious predators? What's the word predator mean, Tom?
Basically an animal that hunts and kills other animals. Some animals don't do that. They just eat grass. Like cattle, cows, they don't hunt other animals. They just eat grass and stuff. But, stronger animals like tigers or eagles or wolves, they are fierce predators. And, of course, the animal hunted by a predator is the prey. So you got to watch out because other animals might come after you if you're a deer or something like that. So indeed, tigers here are predators. Now, here in the next paragraph, it says, you may already know that up to 300 kilograms, or you may already know that at up to 300 kilograms, tigers are the biggest cats in the world. So, yes, we're describing their weight here. They can grow up to 300 kilograms in weight. That's a lot. I guess I don't have to feel bad weighing over 100 kilograms myself because this is quite a heavy beast here.
Woo.
And so that makes him the biggest cat in the world, even outweighing the mighty African lion. So I guess tigers at least weigh more than lions do. If you weigh more than somebody, you outweigh that person. You might be married to a woman who outweighs you, for example, if she's big and obese and you're kind of scrawny, skinny, 98-pound weakling or something like that, you might be outweighed by your wife.
It happens sometimes, I wanted to talk about this at up to 300 kilograms. It's kind of hard to read out loud. It's weird. Notice I went to that, and then I stopped for a minute, and then I went at up to. You need to put those three words together. You can't say, no, that at up to 3, that's weird. You need to add up to, keep those three words together. So, yeah, up to. They can be up to 300 kilograms, and at just means that's how much they weigh. So you could actually say, you may already know that at 300 kilograms, tigers are pretty big. But we're just giving you a range of weight for these awesome, fearsome animals. Not all of them weigh 300 kilograms, but some actually get that big. And they can even outweigh the lion. I was shocked at this, and I said something to Tom. Before we started, I always assumed that the lion was bigger than the tiger, and I was wrong. So besides their intimidating size, tigers boast sharp 10-centimeter claws plus long hind legs. They've got some pretty fearsome attributes, you might say, parts of their bodies which help them be those really scary predators. Now, when you're talking about something that's intimidating, it's something or somebody or even a situation. It doesn't have to be a person or an animal. That kind of makes you a little bit nervous, maybe even afraid sometimes.
Indeed. So these lions are intimidating in size, and they boast, or they have this feature. They have 10-centimeter claws, so you don't want to be scratched by them.
No.
You actually don't want to be scratched by any cat. They can cause serious infections. Even regular house cats can do that, so watch out for that. Cats love their claws. That's what they got on their feet there, on their paws, actually. They've got those claws that can scratch you.
It's like their nails, right?
Yep, their
nails. Fingernails.
Exactly. So they're claws, and they're designed to cut into things.
Ugh.
Cats love to sharpen their claws all the time. So if you have a sofa in your house or something, you got to watch out because sometimes they'll scratch their claws on your sofa and ruin it because
those
they're
are
sharpening.
House cats, though, not
yeah,
the
house
tigers.
Cats will do that. I could only imagine what tigers would do if you had one in your house. So yeah, they've got these 10-centimeter claws, and they've also got long hind legs that allow them to leap as much as 10 meters forward. So I guess they can hop just like kangaroos there. So be careful if you see a tiger in the wild and it's, kind of far from you. You think, oh, he's too far away from me to cause any harm. You better think twice about that because it can leap pretty far. It can jump pretty far.
Pretty amazing.
And scratch you to death with those long claws. And we'll talk about those strong jaws and their claws and their ability to jump in just a couple of seconds. But right now we're going to take a break and listen to our Chinese teacher.
Hello, my name is Shelby. Taking on the tiger. 我们看第一段的第一句，如果有人说老虎，我们大多数人都有一个直接的印象 ，a huge fire-colored cat. Huge 大的 ，fire-colored colored 是代表带有什么的颜色。如果前面呢是加上 fire， 表示说像火一般的颜色，就是如火一般的。With sleek black stripes and piercing eyes.With 后面加名词，表示附带着什么的特征，也就是一种特色。Sleek 呢是光滑的 ，stripes 条纹 ，piercing 原来是 pierce 穿透的意思，现在变成 ing 是一种形容词 ，piercing eyes 会穿透的眼睛，也就是说刺耳的或者明亮的。That seemed to stare straight into us. That 形容词子句来形容前面的 eyes。Stare 注视进入我们，而且还加上 straight 笔直的，就是直视着我们。第二句。These beautiful yet fearsome animals. Yet 是连接词，表示然而，前后加相同性质的形容词或者是副词。Have captured our imaginations for as long as we can remember. For 后面通常是加一段时间，可是这里呢，它是用一个句子来代替。As long as 要翻译成跟什么一样长，第一个 as 表示一样，第二个 as 表示跟我们所能记得的一样长。请到第二段的第一句，你也许已经知道 at up to 300 kilograms at 后面如果是加数字，通常就是表示体重啊或价格啊达到多少。up to 高达，会高达300公斤。Tigers are the biggest cats in the world. 世界上最大的猫科动物 even outweighing the mighty African lion. 好 outweighing 这里加上 ing 它前面是省掉连接词 and 形成了一个分词构句 weigh 本身是什么重的意思。好 outweigh 就是比什么还重，所以我们说你体重多少 How much do you weigh? 我们在讲一个动作，如果 A 比 B 更强烈的时候，可以在这个动作动词前面加一个 out， 例如 do outdo 他表现比班上其他同学都好。 He outdoes his classmate. Mighty 是强而有力的。下一句 Besides their intimidating size, intimidate 当作动词是动荷，加上 ing 变形容词吓人的。Tigers boast sharp 10-centimeter claws. Claw 是爪子， Plus long hind legs. Plus 是加上的意思，可是它是介系词，相当于 and also. Hind 是后面的，尤其是指大型动物身体的后半部。Legs 后面呢还有一个形容词子句来形容它。Allow them to leap. 这个 leap 就是跳跃的意思，而且是往前跳的暗示，跟 jump 原地跳、dive 跳水意思不太一样。As much as 跟什么一样多呢？ 10 meters 10公尺 forward. Forward 就是向前，暗示它有扑的动作。
We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. It's our animal unit, and we're talking about the very beautiful, sleek tigers out there. They have black stripes, and I don't know, they're just kind of, I think they're beautiful first. When I see a tiger, I always think, wow. But usually when I think that, the tiger's either on a screen, like a TV, or I'm at the movie theater. He's not next to me looking at me like I'm lunch. But they can be fearsome because they go after their prey. We talked about how they're predators, and Tom mentioned that the animal or person that's being stalked or hunted, or someone's trying to follow them to kill them, they are often referred to as the prey. Typically, prey is a type of animal, but it could be a person. If you're watching a movie and there's some killer who's following somebody else and their purpose is to kill that person, the person they want to kill is called the prey. They're prey. So these tigers, they're very strong. They're very big, and they have powerful claws. Their paws are big, and they can also leap. So they've been given a lot of advantages in this life. It's not very hard for them to follow their prey, to attack, and then to have a nice meal.
However, they are facing habitat destruction, but we've got some good news concerning that.
Good.
That we'll get to in just a few seconds here, but we can also talk about some of their strengths here. They've got those legs that allow them to leap as much as 10 meters forward. Their strong jaws can clamp down on their prey's neck to deliver a fatal bite. So they've got strong jaws. Those are the bones and muscles in their mouth there. We use our jaws to eat food. Right? I remember that famous movie about the sharks, Jaws. Sharks have strong jaws as well. So in this particular case, the tigers can clamp down on their prey's neck with their jaws to deliver a fatal bite. And here's that word prey we've been mentioning. And remember, the spelling here is P-R-E-Y, the hunted. And fatal means something that causes death. Unfortunately, the young teenager was involved in a fatal accident, for example.
Right. You'll often see that in news stories, as Tom's example kind of gave us a clue there. Yeah. It was a fatal accident. If you ever see that word, fatal, in front of accident, someone died. So much as we fear tigers for their power, we also admire them for their beauty. They are gorgeous, and they're really powerful. So even though, or much as, that's another way to say that, although we fear tigers for their power, we also admire them for their beauty. So much as is a different way to put that sentence. You need to try that out a little bit and not always use although or though in your sentences. So most tigers in nature are orange, though some Bengal tigers have a white coat and all have dark stripes. I've honestly never seen the white coat tigers. Coat refers to their fur, the hair on their body.
I think they've got one, maybe two of them out there in the safari park as part of Liufu-cun.
Oh, really?
Liufu village out there. Is that in Jingmei? Or no, I'm sorry, Yangmei or somewhere out there?
Can't remember.
Taoyuan for sure. But in any case, yes, those tigers are white, but most tigers are orange in nature, wild tigers, with those dark stripes. Now, these stripes help them to hide among grass and trees. That's a kind of a design on their fur, a stripe, a long line or something. And so that can camouflage them in the grass and the trees. You might see camouflage clothing on soldiers, for example. Camouflage is not listed here as a word, but basically we're talking about camouflage here. When we talk about these tigers hiding among grass and trees, which makes them seem like moving shadows, okay? You don't really know they're there, and I don't think they're doing that to hide from their predators. They are using it to make sure that you don't see them, and when they attack, it's too late. You are a goner.
You're a goner, yeah. Especially if they suddenly decide to leap those 10 meters and grab you somehow.
You'll never know what hit you. Yeah.
I know, it's true. So they do help them hide, and it makes them seem like they're just a moving shadow. So it fools a lot of their prey. Prey doesn't have to have an S on it, guys. Prey can be plural with just this in the singular form, plural form, singular form. They're the same prey, his prey. So all tigers also have distinct white patches called ocelli on the backs of their ears. This is a word I'd never heard of or seen before, ocelli. So now we know what that means. It's those white patches on the backs of tigers' ears. If anyone asks you what that means, now you know. So if you were talking about a patch, it's just kind of like a spot, right? You might have jeans on and you're playing and you get a hole in them around your knee. Your mom might put a patch of fabric over it to cover a patch. Some people have weird patches of gray in their hair. Kind of strange, but it happens. Here we've got some distinct white patches. If something's distinct, it's recognizably different from something else of a similar type. So you could talk about how China has very distinct accents and different regional accents that we can listen to and go, I know that's not Mandarin. What is that? If you're pretty good with languages, you'll notice that, yeah, they have very different regionalisms across the country, so distinct. Or maybe you have a friend who has a very distinct laugh or voice, and when you hear it, you know exactly who it is.
Unique, special, one of a kind. If you're trying to draw people, of course, you're looking for their distinct features.
Yeah.
Do they have a special shaped nose or interesting ears or whatever? And if you can capture that, hey, your drawing will actually look like that person. But they have these distinct white patches, which are called ocelli on the back of their ears. Ocelli are markings that kind of look like eyes. You see them on insects all the time.
Oh,
it
really?
looks like the insects or a butterfly has eyes there, when in fact they're just decorations or they're just designed to scare away other animals. So yeah, that's what ocelli are. They are believed to be false eyes. Again, I guess they're on their body somewhere, the false patches. And
behind their ears.
Behind their ears, okay,
right.
That's where they are. And they give the impression that the tiger can be seen from different sides, or that they can see other animals from any side. So I guess it's kind of a way of saying, better watch out, or maybe you don't want to attack this animal or something like that. That's what I guess scientists believe what those markings are. They're distinct white patches that are false eyes.
That's kind of cool, really. False could also be fake. You could use fake eyes. They're believed to be fake eyes. They're not real. So while tigers often behave like bigger versions of the house cats we're used to, one factor sets them apart. Swimming. They're good swimmers. To set something apart from something else just means they have some sort of characteristic or feature that makes them different from other types of the kind. One of my friends, what sets her apart from the rest of the group is that she's very tall. She's much taller than the rest of us. That sets her apart from the rest of the group. Here, it's the fact that tigers can swim that makes them very different from house cats. Kind of cool. Most cats, as you know, if you try to wash them or give them a bath, they hate it. They can't stand being wet. But tigers are perfectly comfortable in water.
That's right. You can see cats at the zoo. It's going to be tigers swimming in the water. And they even routinely swim across large rivers while patrolling their territory. To patrol just means to go out looking around like the police do in their cars. They're out patrolling. They're looking for trouble, looking for criminals. And territory, of course, is the area where the tigers live. And, of course, they protect their territory. If somebody comes in, they attack them, etc., etc. And that area or that territory can stretch up to 100 square kilometers for a single male tiger. That's a big territory.
Sure is. To patrol means to go around an area, walk back and forth. You could even get in a car and go back and forth. Usually we use it to talk about policemen who are making sure a neighborhood or an area of the city or town is safe if anyone's, committing crimes. And your territory is just your part of some area that's yours. And animals all feel like they have their own territory. We talk about dogs who mark their territory, and they don't want other dogs in their area at all. So, yeah, territory is a piece of land, some area of wherever you're talking about. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting that they are so comfortable swimming across these large rivers. So they've got their own territories, and they're quite big for single male tigers. They don't mind getting out and exercising. And with such vast areas under their dominion or their control, is another way to put that. These stunning cats truly rule the jungle, not the lion, guys. We always hear the lion is king of the jungle. We've been wrong all this time.
Yeah, but you still got to be careful around lions. Okay, that brings us to the end of our explanation for today. Here comes our Chinese teacher.
Their strong jaws, 它们强壮的下巴。这个 jaws 本来下巴，现在加 s 可能包含上下颚，尤其是指大型动物的口部。Can clamp down on，clamp down on 是强力压制，本来 clamp 是夹住的意思。Their prey's neck。好 prey 是猎物，有一个常用片语 fall prey to something， 我们沦为我们私心欲望的猎物了。We fall prey to our greed. To deliver a fatal bite， deliver 递送 bite 是咬食一口的意思。本来呢，这里呢 deliver bite 应该像外送美食一样令人愉快，可是前面竟然加了一个 fatal 是致命的，反而变成一种讽刺，例如羊入虎口的感觉了。第三段的第一句 much as 表示虽然，相当于 although 或 though 的意思。We also admire them. Admire 是赞赏，但是程度呢可能比 adore 还少，又多于 appreciate。 请到第四段的第一句 While tigers often behave 是行为举止的意思。当我们说行为举止良好，就直接讲 behave well 或者是 behave oneself。 如果不好，只要前面加个 misbehave 就是指行为不好。 Like a bigger versions of the house cats， version 是版本，比较大号的家猫一般。 We're used to 呢，其实是一个形容词子句，来形容前面的 house cats。 Are used to 习惯于，另外 be accustomed to accustom oneself to 也是相同的意思。 One factor 有一个因素， set them apart set apart 是分开，使什么分开，表示与众不同，代名词放在 set apart 的中间。以上是今天的讲解，谢谢收听。
Okay, that brings us to the end of our lesson for today, but we've got more to talk about concerning tigers, so please join us again next time for another edition of our program. From all of us here at English Digest, I'm Tom.
I'm Stephanie.
Goodbye.
Bye.